Yeah, I guess I chose this lifestyle. First off, I was an athlete racing in North America. Then you never know how long the athlete career is going to last. So I tried to take advantage every year to the max, traveling around, hitting the coolest races I could find. And I thought I'd do this till I was about 30 years old and then probably retire and move on. But it's just, the lifestyle just intrigued me and I want to get deeper and deeper into the cultures that I go to.
Yeah, these guys are very resourceful. The way of fixing bikes is that often just whatever they have tool-wise and they make it work. So to get the grips off, we injected alcohol into it, and then manually took it off. Normally just get an air hose and blow it off, but they don't have air hose here, so that's a really good way of doing it.
The first trips over here, it's a big shock from North America lifestyle where everything's very organized and proper and somewhat secure. Over here, it's you never know what's going to happen. And the first time you come, you're a little bit, I guess, nervous, a little uncomfortable. You hear a lot about the news, Guatemala's not that safe, or this country's not that safe. But when you get here and experience it, it's totally fine. It's just as safe as a big city back home. And I think the further you get off the beaten track, the nicer the people are. I grew up in Jasper, Alberta, which is a national park in the Canadian Rockies. My winters were spent in the hockey rink and my summers were spent exploring the national park. I loved going up to fishing holes and checking out the mountains, and it's just a great way to grow up.
What really helped Cory get a good start on this, his adventure spirit, was I would take him along or his brother along on some of my backcountry trips. It would be, some of them would be shorter, just the two of us, 3 or 4 days back in the backcountry. And some of these backcountry trips that we would go on were not all blue sky days. Lots of them were snowy and rainy and cold and windy and trails to cut. And Cory just kind of never really complained a lot. He just did whatever he could do, and you kept going until you got to the next cabin. And some of these days could be 10-hour days and some could be shorter. But I guess when you get out there, you had no choice but to keep going until the next cabin.
When I was 23, I was coming off a couple of years of just tree planting and going to school, going it back into cycling. And I knew I'd do a big block to get the system back up to where I needed it to be. So I thought, let's just go to the south tip of Chile and ride north for 2 months. All you do is sleep, eat, and ride. No distractions, nice weather. It's an adventure, you meet new people. And I was out of my comfort zone for most of that trip, but that's what ignited me back into this scene. And inspired me to chase this dream for the last 15 years. Yeah, I'm a 4-time world 24-hour champion, 2-time Canadian marathon champ, and I've won all kinds of crazy races around the world in Mongolia, Nepal, and that's what really keeps me going is these adventure races, exploring new far-off land, but going in there with peak fitness. And I mean, I race the local stuff too, which is fun, but it's really when I can combine like adventure, race, and travel, that's where I'm happiest.
Cory Wallace, señores, entrando Cory Wallace.
Part of my love of traveling to these far-off lands is to disconnect and reconnect with the local people that's really going on. I find back home it's easy to just get locked into the same routines. The televisions are everywhere, cell phones, computers. It's just like, it's easy to get distracted back home. But when I come traveling to countries like Guatemala, it's just so interesting every day, every ride, that when you're out there, you just want to experience it and you want to be in the moment there because there's a lot of action. The people are always interested in what you're doing. And there's so much energy that you really want to be part of it. Yeah, I've always found the cycling community to be open all over the world. Even if you don't speak the same language, the bike is that connection in that world. And some of my best friends in Guatemala, they don't speak English and I don't speak much Spanish, but we can go for a ride together for a couple hours and just be on the same page. And that's what I really love about coming to these countries is that bike's the key to some amazing experiences. When you go on a bike ride by yourself in these foreign countries, you're exposing yourself, but at the same time, people are more comfortable to come up to you, I find. I'll stop for food or stop for water, and the locals will come up to you and just be like, what are you doing here? Why are you by yourself? Like, what's the deal? And it's always been a good opener. And from there, you make connections. They might invite you to meet their family, stay in an area longer. Yeah, I live a pretty charmed life. But with any life you choose to live, there's downsides to it. And for me, it's always missing friends and family back home. You can't take the loved ones with you. And I know my parents getting older, my nephew's getting bigger. And yeah, you wish you could push the pause button when you leave for these trips, but you can't. But that being said, every time I'm home, I try and value that time more than ever because I know it's limited. So you really appreciate the moments you get with your friends and family. Keeping up with the Joneses is a big thing when you get out of high school and, go to university, get the job, build a house, car, blah, blah, blah. But I hopped on a bike at an early age and, I've just kept following this simple life. I've enjoyed the experiences and the adventures, and every day is a surprise when you're overseas. I never thought I'd do it this long, but the more I travel and the more I experience, the more I want to do it. The memories are something you'll always take with you. And when I go back home, I see that the Joneses have really left me in the dust. And I'm definitely not keeping up with them. But to me, that doesn't really matter. When there's a new mountain to climb or a new trail to check out and new people to meet, it's just, the lifestyle is something I won't be able to give up, I don't think. In the end, I'll always choose life experiences over the big house and the white picket fence.